It was a quiet evening in a small town, where everyone knew each other's business, but also respected one another's privacy. A place where secrets rarely emerged, and when they did, they had the power to break lives apart. In a modest, cozy home on the outskirts of town, a man named Daniel was returning from a long day at work. The sun had already dipped below the horizon, leaving a soft golden hue in the air, and the only sound accompanying his tired footsteps was the rustle of leaves outside.
Daniel had been married to his wife, Emma, for 5 years. From the outside, their relationship appeared perfect, full of love, laughter, and shared dreams of a future together. They had bought their first house together, painted it with warm colors, and even adopted a dog that greeted them both with a wagging tail at the end of every day. They had built a life full of hope, even if the occasional argument, like in any relationship, would come and go.
Daniel always believed that their love was unshakable. It was the kind of love he had read about in books, the kind he thought was meant for him. That evening, however, something felt off. The house, which was usually filled with the aroma of Emma's cooking and the sound of her favorite songs playing softly in the background, was eerily quiet. Daniel shrugged it off, thinking maybe she was just caught up with something. He had no reason to think otherwise. They had both been busy with work and life, and sometimes that left little time for quiet moments together. He walked inside and called out her name, but no response came. The house seemed unusually still. Frowning, he made his way through the hallway, passing the pictures of their wedding day, the trips they'd taken together, and the life they had built. When he reached their bedroom, something caught his eye. Through the slightly cracked door, he saw them.
Emma, his wife, the woman he trusted more than anyone in the world, was wrapped in the arms of another man. They were in the dim light of their bedroom, embracing in a way that was too intimate, too tender for his heart to bear. He stood frozen, unable to speak, unable to move. His mind raced, but the world around him felt like it was crumbling. It was as if time had stopped, leaving him in a state of disbelief, staring at the scene that would haunt him for the rest of his life. The man, a stranger to Daniel, kissed Emma's neck, their bodies tangled in a way that Daniel had never experienced with her. The sight felt like 1,000 knives piercing his chest, and his heart, once full of love, seemed to shatter with each passing second. His legs weakened, and he nearly collapsed, his hand reaching for the wall for support. How could this be happening? How could she do this to him?
As Daniel stood there, his mind flooded with questions, confusion, and heartbreak, the room seemed to close in on him. The person he loved, the person he had trusted with his heart and soul, had betrayed him in the most unimaginable way. His thoughts blurred, unable to make sense of the scene unfolding before him. How long had it been going on? How many lies had she told him?
A soft thud broke his trance as his eyes flicked to the table beside him, where their wedding photo sat, once a symbol of their unity, now a painful reminder of all that had been lost. The photo frame was cracked, and beside it lay a wedding ring, now discarded and forgotten, like the promises they had made to each other. It was as if the world had betrayed him, just as Emma had.
Suddenly, the couple in the bedroom paused, sensing something was wrong. They turned toward the door, and for the briefest moment, their eyes met. But it was too late. The damage had already been done. The truth was out in the open, and no amount of apologies could fix the broken pieces. Emma rushed toward him, but Daniel, still in shock, took a step back. His body trembled as he looked at her, his eyes filled with pain, betrayal, and anger. "How could you?" was all he could manage to say, his voice barely a whisper.
Daniel, I'm so sorry," Emma stammered.
But her words sounded hollow, like empty promises. She reached out to him, but he recoiled, unable to process the devastation. "I didn't mean for it to happen. It just did."
Daniel shook his head, his heart heavy with the weight of her words. How long has this been going on? Her eyes fell, unable to meet his gaze. The silence between them was deafening. No answers could soothe the wound she had inflicted. There was nothing she could say that would undo the hurt. The evening faded into darkness, and the house, once a home filled with love and laughter, now stood as a cold reminder of what had been lost. Daniel walked out of the room, his steps slow and deliberate, as if each one took him further away from the life he had once known. He spent the next few hours sitting in the living room, staring blankly at the walls, unable to move. The pain was too much to bear. His mind kept replaying the image of Emma in another man's arms, the thought of her love no longer being his. He thought of all the shared dreams, the quiet mornings, and the love that had felt so real. How could something so beautiful turn into this?
The night stretched on, and the only sound was the quiet rhythm of his heart, each beat a reminder of the life he had lost. He thought of leaving, of never looking back, but something inside him held him there, rooted to the place where everything had fallen apart.
But even as the hours passed, the heartache remained. And in that silence, Daniel realized that some wounds, no matter how deep, never fully heal. The trust that had once held their relationship together was now shattered beyond repair. In the days that followed, Daniel would confront Emma, and their marriage would come to an end. The life they had once built together would crumble, leaving behind only memories of what had been. But through the pain and the heartbreak, Daniel would find strength. The betrayal would forever mark him, but it would also shape him into someone stronger, someone who could eventually learn to trust again. For now, though, he was left in the aftermath, broken but not beyond repair.